back. My new setup here has its first official head casualty. I bashed my head while I was bringing this back down here. Spilled. But fortunately the spill did not actually affect any of my electronic stuff down here. Which I'm very grateful for. But yes, if you're wondering why my headphones are sitting a little bit further back on my head, it is because the front of, like, the area where they were sitting is now very, very sore. As, you know, happens when you hit it into a corner. Yeah. People talk about headphone dents. I've got a wall dent. Ugh. Or I will by the time I move this setup again to somewhere that's not, you know, in the sort of place that this one is. Point being, I got more stone into the furnace. I've got more stuff sort of chugging, processing in the background. Shouldn't be too long. That's why I'm down here in the mine, just making it a bit deeper. I am currently at level 40. Although actually, if I want to get to Deep Slate as fast as possible, I can probably find it by going through the scary cave systems, but I'm just digging down. Alright, one more. So, yeah, obviously not always going to have all of the resources I need. And if I can get the Deep Slate by just, like, digging out a mine and not having to do anything, like, particularly special, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, if I can get the Deep Slate basically, like, quote-unquote for free, basically as resource overflow, more or less, I'm gonna use the resource overflow Deep Slate. Most likely, the outer wall is going to end up actually being a couple blocks thick, and those, like, the blocks outward will be Deep Slate as well. The blocks inward will still be the same, but the sort of external layer will be Deep Slate, partly for aesthetics, but mostly, honestly, just to use up more of that resource overflow. Because there's going to be a lot of Deep Slate. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of digging. So, let's see here. I've got some coal, which is good. That'll let me smelt a ton of stone all at once. Oh, I've been completely neglecting one side for a while now. There we go. And let's just... there. Good as new. Pickaxe is almost broken, so I'm just going to hold out for a little bit longer. And yes, I know I could make an iron pickaxe, and that probably would make this somewhat easier. But again, you know, it's sort of a resource overflow thing. I want to use up stone. And I don't want to use up iron. Yes, it's slower, but it's more effective resource management. Yes, I know, on average I would be getting more... I don't have any arrows. Okay. I do have my shield and my armor, though. So, hopefully... Come on! Alright, there we go. So yeah, one downside of turning my home into a village is that it means whenever I go home after killing a pillager captain, basically whenever I kill a pillager captain, because I'll still be within the trigger radius most likely, it will cause a raid on my home. Fortunately, though, the walls should, emphasis on should, keep any of the pillagers from actually, posing a threat. And I'll be able to pretty much just chill and not need to worry. That is the hope. Obviously, I do not know mechanically whether that works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I cannot be bothered to look it up right now since I am, after all, in the middle of a recording. I mean, I could, pause the recording and go look. But why would I do that? Where would the fun be in that? Let's see. Got that. Okay. That's just gonna take a little while to decay. Okay, I've got enough for a bit more iron, but I'm just gonna save it for now. Yeah, I mean, like, efficient use of resources is also why I only ever cook stuff in, like, groups that are divisible by the amount I'm trying to smelt or cook. So, or not divisible, so, like, for instance, coal. Coal can smelt 8 items. Although there is... Nope, never mind, that's modded. I'm thinking of modded. I'm just... I'm tempted... Yeah, you know what? I'm more than just tempted. I'm gonna... I'm putting sort of this exterior wall around, even where it is not strictly necessary. No, I am going to keep that corner. So yeah, I'm putting this exterior wall even where there's drop-offs, because I'm going to have some villagers out here, and I don't want villagers just sort of wandering off to their deaths from fall. And that is something I can absolutely see villagers doing, especially if they get spooked by something. Like, I don't know, random arrow from somewhere or something. Drowned spawning in the water below and spooking them. What have you. So I'm actually going to... Oh, come on. Oh, actually I didn't... Yeah, that should be... This should be going here. Whoop. Let me just build this up. Oh, I'm out of stone brick. So, yeah, hopefully that will serve to prevent villagers from being idiots. Obviously, villagers will still be idiots. That is why I am going to use every method I can think of to try and keep them from, falling off. And I know that this is sort of like facing a sheer cliff outwards, and I said I'd have more blocks going that way. I think probably what I'm going to do for that, rather than tearing that down and moving it further in, I'm going to have stairs so it looks like it's sort of been built, fastened to the cliff face. That will give it a nice little aesthetic, I think. And that is something I very much like. All right. Still not quite. Yeah, for the sake of sticks, charcoal, and well, other stuff such as. Hang on, come on. I'm worrying here. Drop me a sapling. There we go. For the sake of sticks, charcoal, and just efficient. Well, I guess really using birch planks isn't different from using charcoal if you're smelting 6 items, because it's 1 log for 6 or 1 log for 8 that you're only using for 6. Although I guess it is because the net is 7. So or more accurately, like you have to spend 1 smelt to get. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. You have to smelt the log in order to get the charcoal. So it's always net 1 less than the number you smelt. So it is actually more efficient, if my thinking math is right, to do this. I think. Yeah, no, it is. It is. Yeah, it absolutely is. That is how math works. I am correct. That's the thing about math. It's impossible for math to be wrong. Like, it's possible for your math to be wrong, but that just means you are using the wrong numbers or calculating it in the wrong ways. The math itself is correct. You're the one who's wrong. All right, let's see here. Gonna go ahead and put down the doors. Gonna have them face inward, just like on the other side. You know, I think actually having a little window right there is quite nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Obviously, this is not going to last forever. As soon as I have the iron to spare, emphasis on to spare, I am going to make myself iron doors to go on there, and the big old vault door that's going to be used over that side, so that it can actually, you know, A, keep villagers in, and B, keep monsters out. Let's just do that. Sure, why not? And hopefully that will all end up looking nice and aesthetically pleasing. Can't guarantee it, but, you know, what is the purpose of hope if not to dream? All right, let's see, we're about halfway through almost, time-wise, for this episode. Obviously, a lot of it has been me, similarly to the last episode, talking over stuff that I would normally cut out. Maybe I'm being a little bit skimpy on time since I have to record a double feature. Maybe. Or maybe I just have stuff to talk about. It is entirely up to you, dear viewers, which you wish to believe. It's both, though. It's both. Alright, so now we've got... Oh, there we go. Now we've got more glass. I'm going to finish chopping down that tree, now that I've got another axe. And... Nope. Oh, hey, but come back here, you stupid... There we go. And... yeah, next stage is, I guess, a bit more lighting over here. There we go. That should be good. I'll check for sure once I've got the area fully bricked in. I should actually get some more stone bricks cooking, just so that I can run back and grab it when I need it in like 20 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a block of coal and get that going. Yoink. And boink. All right. So now it's just a matter of I didn't go high enough up. So yeah, I like having this shorter little cutout bit here. Obviously, it remains to be seen exactly what I'll do on the even higher levels. But for now, there we go. I think I've sorted it. So yeah, gonna have that sort of act as a wall, and then that, yeah. I mean, we'll see how this ends up turning out once I get all the way up to the top. I did not need to put that there. Oh well. I'm just going to, for now, go ahead and finish off this side, get it all up to the right level. Whoop! More damage. The number one thing you want when doing hardcore is more damage to yourself from falling. Yep, that's how it works. The more damage you take from falling, the sooner you win. Yep, that's right. Dying in hardcore means winning. Alright. So that should be simple and straightforward enough. 12 stone bricks should be enough for what I'm trying to do here. Oh, and it seems like they have changed it slightly so it actually displays the duration rather than just the asterisks until it gets to below a certain threshold. That's nice. I didn't see any patch notes with that in it, but the launcher did require an update, so maybe that was it? Who knows? So yeah, bring that around, and then it's going to, yeah, somewhere up here, it'll be going like that, and then this sort of, oh, there's a tree and sheep, there's trees, plural, and sheep up here. Huh, that's cool. Yeah, I think this mountaintop will be a nice place for like a little observatory dome or something. Nice and, what's the word I'm looking for? Not cinematic. Aesthetic, I guess. Okay. Oh! 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 Oh, I undershot. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. What was I thinking? Oh, man. Maybe I concussed myself hitting that wall. Because that was a bad decision. Holy... That was a bad decision on my part there. I don't know what I expected to happen. Oh... Oh. Oh, the hubris, it burns. Alright, let's see. So we've got that. And while we're waiting for more of these stone bricks to finish, or, well, the stone to finish so I can make it into stone bricks, just gonna chop down this tree. So, since I have y'all here, I figure I might as well go back to what I did during the first run a little bit and talk about how stuff's been going with my swimming lately. I stopped doing Alki Beach on Sunday mornings because I just did not want to keep going out there in that cold. But I have still been doing swimming, and I'm actually super sore from it right now, in fact. Like, every time I try to turn, yeah, it's not great. I'm probably gonna actually, once I've set these to start uploading, I'm going to take a nice warm bath. And, yeah, just let the tension flow out of me because, ow. Although, I guess, knowing from experience, an ice bath would probably work better, but, I mean, it's January. I don't want to be cold in January. That's what being outside is for. If I'm inside, I want to be nice and warm and protected. Especially since I'm too much of a cheapskate to ever use any form of heating. Alright, let's just go ahead and not use that. Speaking of not using things. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to chop down all of these, I guess, because they are in the way of the wall. Which is a bit frustrating. Obviously, I have been leaving this grove for this long purely because it's so entangled. I have to cut the entire grove down to have even one set of leaves decay. Well, no, to have aesthetically pleasing leaf decay, I should say. Not that that mess is at all aesthetically pleasing in the slightest. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let that decay there for a little bit. Boink, boink, boink. Yeah. Boink, boink. Oh, I did not look at the numbers. Oh, and I also just realized that for last episode and this episode, I forgot to have my secondary light on. So my webcam has been kind of cold. Apologies for that. Hopefully you're getting some warmer color now. This is just one of those things that I forget to do all the time. It's part of the new setup that I am still getting used to using, because obviously, right, even though it's just a simple matter of clicking with my foot on the floor button, I have to remember to click with my foot on the floor button rather than, like the ring light is connected to my webcam. It is part of the webcam. So when my webcam starts up, the ring light starts up, which means I don't need to worry about it. I do not remember things. That is not something that I do. Definitely not something that I do well. So, yeah, this birch tree actually is going to have to get moved a bit in as well, because as it is, it's kind of growing over where the wall would have to be built up to, and I don't want to have to worry about moving it later. There we go. There's a sapling. Sure. Let's move this as well so that we don't have too much interlacing. And boink and boink. This will all get gussied up once I'm done building farms and whatnot around there. So, let's see. Got that. Oh, actually, I've got a bunch of spruce. a bunch of spruce. I've built up to the level where I start putting together the next floor. So I am actually going to call it, I think, because yeah, I'm going to check on the progress of the stone bricks. See how much is left. Okay, we got a fair chunk left. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to call it here. I'm going to try to remember for next week, which will be another double feature to try and get myself fully caught up. And I'll try and remember for next week that that is what I'm going to do. So, with all that said and done, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.